Empower, support, love. That's true beauty.
Allowing God to use me to inspire others.
She is clothed with strength and dignity.
Welcome to Sis to Sis. Hey, y'all. Did y'all miss us? Because we sure missed y'all. Look, today we have a guest. He's top secret. We're not going to have him on camera. You all will hear his lovely voice. But he is a married man, and he's going to kind of give us single ladies and other single people kind of the insights on marriage. So we're going to go ahead, get that started, and get these questions answered. Y'all tune in. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Happy to be here.
You're not nervous, are you?
No.
We're not going to get you in trouble. Okay, cool.
No problem.
We don't want no issues over here. Nobody.
We're promoting marriage.
Yeah. We all about marriage.
No issues at all.
Okay, well, here's question number one.
Okay.
How did you know that your wife was the one?
She was something different.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think I was ready.
Okay.
So I think it was a good combination of both.
Okay, so for us single ladies, when a man says she was different, compare her, think about a lady maybe that you were dating at the time, and then compare her to your wife, and you tell me why you chose, what was there that was missing that the wife gave you?
What was so different?
Right.
I would just say the mentality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it like a mature mentality?
Yeah, it was a mature mentality about situations. Situational, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Situation. Okay.
Yeah, I just think she was a little bit more mature in certain areas, and I felt like that was just a better move.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
give me one of the areas. One area.
Just the way she thought about life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the way she thought about life.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I want to say the way that she sold into me. Right. You got to water each other, right? So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess that was something that had been missing from the other ladies that you maybe had been dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't so. How can I say this? I'm trying to say it without. So my previous relationship, if I was doing everything right in her eyes, I was a king.
Okay.
But whenever I made a mistake, I was the worst thing on this earth. You know what I mean? So with my wife, it's more even keel. You know, it's not so much of a up and down.
Okay. Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
So that's one area. There's a few other ones, but
I asked for one.
I like
that. That was perfect.
So I would say to really, and I would say just a different mindset. Different mindset.
Yes.
Yeah. But hold on, I was ready too though.
And I think that's important.
Oh,
And people do. That's what I think sometimes married people don't forget that part before they got married. You were ready to be married.
Right.
You know, it does have a lot to do with how you felt about that person, that person was the one, but at the same time, you're ready. Because a person can be the one. I know a lot of people, that person, they're saying that's the one, but they haven't proposed or they haven't went on ahead and gave in.
And not to be too deep, but ready in the sense of the idea. Because I don't think you're ever just fully ready for.
Yeah, I would
Yes,
agree
sure.
that one.
Okay. So I was ready for the idea, and then as I got into marriage, it was like, oh, okay, it's more to it.
Yes.
Like that's the first step.
Yes. But at least you was ready.
Did you say all crap? Did you say all
So
crap?
what I always go back to is the famous Mike Tyson quote, like everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Okay.
Got punched in the mouth a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Right. But you still
No, you got to.
Yeah, that's what the whole plan is.
Yeah.
that that's what you want to do with me, please let that be it. This is it. This is what you want.
To death do us part.
To death do you part. That's great.
It's hard. It's hard though, but
It's supposed to be.
it's tough.
Yeah.
What do you love the most about being married?
I would say the partnership I did.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't necessarily go through stuff on your own.
Okay. Perfect.
A person you share life with.
Okay.
You know. That's pretty much it.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. That's a good one.
Good point.
Yes.
What's the key to having a successful marriage?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Really? I
I
think y'all are doing pretty good.
I think you have to define success. It's like, what do you feel like is success? Like 10 years at this point, right? Or 20 years, or just the flow of the marriage. I think you just got to figure out what your success is, like what you define success. To me, it's a success because I haven't given up.
Okay.
Right.
So knowing my background and where I come from, just would have given up. Just went somewhere else. So some of the notable things that you hear is definitely communication, right? I would say to keep it simple, just say communication.
Okay.
You gotta communicate to each other, like regardless if it hurts.
Okay.
Like be honest.
I think that's important in any relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think people are so scared to do that.
Yeah.
So do you feel like your style of communication had to change from all the years? Because you changing, she changing.
For sure.
So you having to kind of adjust.
Correct. And women, y'all are different, right?
You guys are different.
Look, what it is.
It's like women are like a Rubik's Cube in a sense.
Wow.
But you gotta take your time, right? Because one thing I realized about women,
gotta
like,
finesse.
you have
You
to.
have to finesse.
You have
I will
to,
admit
because you
that.
can't be too direct with women.
No.
Because women will shut down. And
Definitely.
the next thing you know,
They gone.
everything is cut off.
Yeah.
You are so
There you go.
right.
Talking to a brick wall.
I know I definitely shut down. I know I shut down. I know you said what?
Cut it off. And when I say everything cut off,
I'm not listening. I'm no longer
You're talking
listening.
to a brick wall.
Yes. Yeah, I
So,
am.
but then what's crazy is a lot of times we'll still be communicating and not even realize that child already shut down.
right. Which is the point.
Yes.
So we don't even
We know you ain't noticed.
After a while, you gotta like catch it, like, oh, okay, well, no, she's not doing this. She's not doing this. So she's doing this.
That's right.
Yeah, so
It took you 3 weeks to figure it out, but you here now.
you
Yeah.
definitely gotta alter how you communicate.
And you gotta understand, once you realize that we cut it off, we're gonna keep that going for the rest a little bit longer since you were so late. You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, he just now realizing.
Okay. So tell me this: how do you guys work through disagreements?
Oh, I think we're still trying to figure that out too.
Okay.
Space. See,
How do you get space when you live with each other?
Not let it breathe. Like, don't talk about it right then.
Okay.
Go in different parts of the house for a minute.
Okay.
Focus on something else. Right? That's the difference between me and my wife. Let's get right to it type of person.
Okay.
She's like, let me process it.
And that balances you guys. It sounds like.
Yeah, I had to learn.
But do you respect that now? Like,
Yeah,
so
I don't
you give
have
her.
no choice, but
Give us
Same
some time.
time.
but it helps me. It helps me.
You get time to think
Yeah,
about
I
it.
get time to think about it because it may, after I think about it, it may not be as a big a deal, right? Or it give me time to process and think like, okay, this person is not me,
Right.
so I can't expect her
To think the way.
to think the way I think
Exactly.
and to do,
Very good.
you know what I mean? So then that takes it makes you focus on the intent, right? So now it's like, okay, maybe it wasn't bad that she did X, Y, Z. Maybe it's just how she processes it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it definitely makes you change how you communicate.
Cool. Okay. Last question. What advice would you give single women that desire to be married?
Please, I'm trying to hear this one. 'Cause
I think we all.
all the ladies want to know. Go, what you got? What you got? What you
You
got?
guys don't like mine.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Hey, it is what it is. Give it to us.
I would say don't desire it.
Okay. Okay.
right?
Just live life.
Just live life. Let it come to you. I think we have to. I think a lot of times we don't appreciate where we are now.
Okay. I can agree with that.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of people that are married that wish
They were single.
they were single. So then there's people that are single, obviously, that wish they were married. So it's like, and then with women, that's what I always tell women, like, it ain't hard to be married. Y'all can go get married. It may not be the person that you want.
Right, exactly.
You can go to Walmart.
I said that.
Listen, you go to Walmart or the corner store, and it'll be a guy. You let him know what all you offer. Oh, he gonna take you up.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that sounds like me. That's it. That's all you do is marry.
Right.
Cool, I'll take that.
Really, that's the phase of for millennial women. A lot of marriages, that's what's going on. You found somebody that wanted to be married. They didn't necessarily want you like that or love you.
They're just married to be married.
They just married you because
it was
that's
just
what
like
you
a
wanted.
mutual agreement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring what I got, you bring what you got, we gonna
Yeah.
do it together.
Or that person is getting whatever the person is having to give. Just taking advantage. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
So I think don't be anxious for anything, right? That's what
Yes.
I would just say stay the course and then focus on you.
Yes.
Because that's another thing too. It may be the guy may be there. Y'all may have overlooked that.
That's so true. That's so true.
That's possible.
You may have overlooked that guy, right? Because in your mind you had this idea of what this guy should be, and so maybe a thing is just focusing on yourself and not.
And some things can turn around. Maybe they weren't that person at
That
that
time.
time. I think about that a lot. Like that person may not have been who I wanted them to be at that time, and they may be that person now.
Yes.
That's possible. And when things come back to you, sometimes it makes things 100% better.
Yeah, because I think I'm going on 8 and been together for 10, and I could say 15 years ago, I wouldn't have been married. Like, I wouldn't have been ready at all. So,
Okay.
I mean, you just never know. So I would just say not be anxious for it. Just stay the course. Don't be
looking for it.
heck no.
Because
right in my mouth. Like, definitely don't look
for
it, right?
Yeah.
Because go ahead. Which one?
And just take time to focus on ourselves, maybe.
Because I can't speak for all guys, but if you too aggressive, I ain't.
Just say it.
Nah,
say it.
I'm not gonna look at you the same.
Okay.
Yes,
to
exactly.
me, that's like if I go hunting and a deer start running after me, I'm gonna take off running.
That's a good example.
I'm not gonna keep shooting at the deer.
Can you state at some point? Can you state what you are looking for?
No, I think that's fine.
Yes,
I think
yes.
clear, concise communication is great, right? But at the same time, you can't be too accessible or too available. You can't just give yourself to the man, right? Because then it's no fun in it.
Right.
No man will say that, but it's like there's no fun in it.
Yeah, even though they act like it's something different. Yeah. Of course,
Because
I can fight a little bit.
I can honestly say. So my wife, I knew of her before we got married. Like even before we started dating, I never thought in a million years that we would be married. But it was somebody from afar that I had always admired. You know what I mean? But she wasn't paying me. No.
Yeah,
and let me ask, why did you admire her so much, though?
Just the way she moved.
Okay.
Yeah, and the background.
Okay.
Yeah, the way she moved. She wasn't out in the city.
Okay.
I'm from Fort Worth, so small town, so everybody knew everybody.
Right.
She went out, so yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, Mr. Celebrity, we appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to us today.
We thank you.
Yeah, we
so
thank you so much. So we hope y'all enjoyed that.
Do we have any more questions for our guest here?
I think so. You got anything for
No,
us?
if y'all have any more, I'm comfortable now.
No, we good. That's what we said.
Okay, I do want one more thing.
Okay.
So today, a woman told me that her father told her,
Mhm.
if you want to be married, you can't be out here like announcing that I'm Miss Independent. That a man wants to feel like you need him, and once you let that guard down, you will see how the man will your husband will come. Do you agree with that? Like, do you feel like you want a woman that need you, or can a woman be like overly independent? Would that kind of shy guys away from us?
Yeah, I don't know about the wording of it, but
I might not be wording exactly what
but
she said.
I'm saying, I'm thinking about like how it makes me feel. Like I do need to feel like I'm needed in a sense, right? Like one of the wisest things a woman has told me, she was like, her daddy taught her how to do everything, right? Change tires, change oil, the whole nine. But her father told her that once you get a husband, don't do it no more.
I'm a damsel in distress when I'm in relationships. I can't do nothing. I'm serious. I can't do
because
nothing.
if you do it, then it's almost like, what am I here for? You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's the answer. Like that whole idea of like I'm independent. I mean, I guess it could run some people off, right? Because it's like the perception. What type of person am I to deal with? You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily be intimidated by it. You know what I mean?
She went further to say that if you do let that guard down about not being this independent, you can also see what kind of man that you have. Is he going to step up? Is he going to do those things? Is he going to take care of you? So they say you can't really see that if you're doing it all. You don't know what kind of man that you have.
And that's true. That is true. I especially in the time that we in now. Like I see a lot of men still sitting in cars now. They don't even pump that woman gas no more.
Like, they sitting in a car.
It's a whole different time. So I think
while the girl is pumping the gas.
Yeah. So in what you're saying, I think that is a good way to determine what kind of guy that you have, right? Without having to make that announcement, it's almost like sitting back and paying attention. And this is what I do know: if a man wants you, he gonna come get you.
All right.
Like that's a fact. I don't care what the situation is.
We can wrap it up. Come get me if you want me. Come get me.
Celebrity.
Yes.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
If you want us,
come get us. And make sure you put in that gas.
wrap it down.
Until next time.
There is strength in sisterhood
And support in sisterhood.
Bye.